Hello, and welcome to the first ever episode. Is it an episode? First ever episode?
It's not an episode.
What is it then?
I don't know. Like,
Okay, the first edition
there we go.
of
That's
UWatt. I am Jace, and I'm being joined by my buddy Squeak.
you.
So Squeak, we spoke about this ages ago about doing like a podcast or trying to find something that we can just kind of express
Yeah.
ourselves with. How do you feel about finally doing it?
I don't know, man. It's just one of those, isn't it? Just see how it goes and that. Just see what comes of it.
Cool, yeah, because it's one of those. Obviously, the idea started from just when we're obviously having like party chats or team speaks. It's
Chatting
always,
rubbish, really, isn't it? Like,
but it's one of those where it's hilarious to us, but we're just wondering how far it'll make it out there.
yeah. No, I hear that. It's just it's like say just chatting rubbish, isn't it?
Yeah, and we got to be careful the levels that we go to, because obviously
Put that to use.
being in our own forum, we can say whatever we like. Obviously, certain things we say people may not agree with, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. So basically we're just going to be doing this every week, every Monday, hopefully get it released by 6. Just kind of going over a few things in the tech world, some of the gaming world, and just generally social media as well. I mean, if anybody's got any suggestions of a segment they want us to do, or they want to do any shout outs, give us a shout and we'll shout. So yeah, starting off, recently we got the new update on the Xbox One. Obviously the Windows 10 overhaul. What do you reckon of that so far, Squeak?
Well, it's buggy, isn't it? But
Yeah.
it is basically beta sort of thing. So it's kind of expected. It looks nice.
Do you think it's better than what we had before?
It's sort of similar.
Okay.
See, I got asked this yesterday if it's like a lot different, and I was sort of like, I tried to think about it, and I wanted to say yes, but no, it's not. I mean, you still got your tabs at the top and your few little like slides, and I think
what happened to me yesterday, which was quite embarrassing. I didn't say anything in party chat for a while because I was struggling. I didn't want to say. I couldn't find my game library. Which is at the bottom of the homepage now. So I'm going across the tabs. I'm going through the store. I'm like, where are my games?
Yeah, I had the same issue. I'm like it's like, there's my pin shit, and then it's like my games and apps, and I'm like, cool, I found you. Like,
it's just the way that like I'm looking at the home screen. It's like, okay, there's nothing here. There's like the 5 recent games or like apps that I've used. So I'm like, okay. Then going across to community, obviously it's not community. One tab says games, so I'm on there, but then it says see all games, but it's the store. Oh, yeah.
That's the thing. Like, as smooth and as like clean as it sort of looks, they've sort of, you have to find things. Like, like what? Like I was trying to buy a game off the store the other day, and it's like just trying to find a game. It shows you everything or nothing. Like, I did a search, it showed me nothing. It's like, come on now.
I just love how like every time they've been doing stuff on the preview program, whenever we get like a dashboard overhaul, just the way that the standard English vowels end up being accented vowels all the time.
Yeah.
So it looks so weird. Do you know what I really like about it though? I like the whole, like, obviously the snap feature is now like the quick bar on the left. I feel that works a lot better than the snap did.
Yeah, no, I do. It's a lot smoother. It's a lot like I say, it's a lot cleaner. Like, it's more, it feels a bit more optimized, but it'd be nice if you could customize it and sort of like say, oh, I'd rather have like my snap come from my right hand side, or
yeah, so that'd be a good feature because
just a bit more options to it. Because I mean, like they've done it so that you can change the colors and the backgrounds and that. So why not give you that bit more customization to it, sort of thing?
Yeah. Because the thing that like obviously we complained about before was that when creating like a party chat or when joining a party chat, it was sort of like there was the animation. You had to wait for the animation of the snap to come in.
Yeah.
And you had to wait to. Whereas now it just seems like double press. It comes up on the left. Start party. Choose people to invite. Pressure. I'm gonna call it the start button. I can never remember. It was we got like options and menu button. Press the start button, and then like it just sends the invite straight away. You're back into your game. There's no delay in getting off the snap, whereas before it was like double press and then it's like left to go back to your game.
I like how
down to unsnap.
I like how the notifications don't, you know what I mean? Like, they don't take up all your screen.
Yeah, they're a lot smaller now as well.
Yeah, it just seems a lot smoother. Look, A lot more fluid.
Are
But
you using Windows 10 on your PC?
no, I'm not. I'm
'Cause
not.
I think that's something I'm gonna need to sort out because I want to see how that works. Because I've seen a few people sharing content like through their PC that comes up on their Xbox feed and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Which like kind of leads me to like, what do you think of, you know, gaming on the PC and Xbox, or gaming on the PC and like the PS, like stuff merging? How do you feel about that? Because
Ju-
obviously PlayStation, they've got Street Fighter, haven't they?
Just one
Essentially,
more
so
thing that they could have done as well, though,
okay,
with
yeah,
the guide is it's I was saying to you the other day is like the party. If you go to a party, it should just list people's parties.
yeah. I did try to look for that actually yesterday when you said it, because I went onto, I think Tiny was in a party and I wanted to see who he was in it with. I went onto his profile and it doesn't show who you're with. It just says join party.
Yeah, and the thing is, I mean, what you've got like your little thing for friends, and then you got your little thing for like the party.
Hmm.
It should just show every party that's available to you, sort
Yeah,
of thing. And if
that's the
people
thing
are in the
because it used
same
to do it
party,
on the
don't double it up, sort of thing. Just
it used to do it on the 360, didn't it? Where like
yeah,
when they first brought out the avatars, you'd see them all stood together.
yeah.
Because the thing that I liked
That's
about the
exactly
old
what it would
OS,
be like, really. Yeah.
the thing that I liked with the old OS is that, you know, when Stein's in his party with his like hip hop 467s and his quick scope, no scope, you know, all of his
It's
global fans that he does his GTA heists with, like you don't want to jump in at that party because they're just obviously chatting GTA.
yeah,
But now it will just say Stein's in the party. Like, do you want to join it? Or do you want to invite him?
yeah, yeah.
So, yeah. So then, yeah, I was just saying then, like, how do you feel about the way things are looking of Windows 10 becoming sort of cross-platform, PC and Xbox? I guess.
I I don't know. I think it's a good idea. I mean, what if you have like, what is it? You can stream your games to your PC now, is it?
Yeah, yeah. So they're starting to make it a bit more mobile, in a sense.
I see. Yeah, I think it's good. Like, I was talking to my cousin about this the other day, and he was like, "Oh, well, what's the point?" And it's like, well, you could have your Xbox in like one room, and say your PC's in a study or something. It's quite handy for that, isn't it? I mean, you can get away and be somewhere else and be a bit quiet or whatever.
The
Like,
thing
needs
is,
to be done.
do
Like,
you feel that it could become a bit gimmicky though, like sort of like the Wii U?
I know what I think. Um, Not really, because I think
Okay.
it's a feature. I think you know any sort of plus to like them adding stuff into stuff is better than them taking it away. Do you know what I mean? And them going like, "Ah, it's a good idea. Like we could use this and that," and then like just go, "Oh no, we'll just leave it out altogether." Do you know what I mean? Don't think about implementing it or using it or maybe using like certain features from it, sort of thing. Like.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it'd be quite good because like I say like what most people either have well if you're older got your own house and that you'll have it in the living room, whereas
Yeah.
like say you got like I know you got your PC in your other room, like
Yeah.
you could leave the TV to everyone else, sort of thing. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. No.
So
Yeah.
I think it's quite good.
Okay. Yeah. So next up, just looking at like just things across the social media. I think the highlight for me that I've noticed on Twitter recently is it's all been about Tony Hawk's 5. I mean, what have you seen slash heard of it? Because I mean, I have not seen anything positive at all.
See, I've not heard anything. Um, what I've seen. Because I was looking at it, I was sort of thinking it'd be like, you know, I thought it'd be a bit more like the old ones, like underground. You got your own career and stuff like that. From what I've seen, but I can't be 100% sure, is it's just like the very first one, sort of thing, like
The thing
Escape
is, I
Park.
think that everybody was looking so forward to it because it went on a bit of a downhill, but I think the general feel looks like everybody's kind of been like, oh, it's going to be back on the up. Like, you know, they've done a few rubbish ones. It's been a while. This is going to be good. But I mean, looking at this, Games Radar, Tony Hawk 5 is at full price a disgrace. Like
Oh wow!
that's what they put on their Twitter.
Oh, wow.
It's just like, oh my god.
Oh shit!
GameSpot, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 is a full-priced game that feels like an alpha release.
A disgrace though.
Uh,
That's terrible.
Eurogamer, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 fails to make impression in UK chart. Like, Games Radar, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 is totally broken.
You know the worst thing is though, yeah, is that looking at it, this is the first skate game that they have brought out in
Mm.
quite a while, and it's been called terrible. Like, you'd think that people would be like more willing to be accepting of a few flaws and things, maybe, with it being like the only one about. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's not great, but I can play it, sort of thing. Like, but yeah, that them
Oh.
reviews, they're pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal, like.
Just looking down, loads of people have shared like the same thing, just saying like, I don't want to click the link because it could be a dodge. But yeah, it says Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 is broken and you shouldn't play it, and so many people have shared that link. So many.
Like I say, I don't really know enough about it. I've not really seen anything about it because yeah, I don't know.
The thing that was different about it is that even before the game was out, and obviously they were
It's
just
cel
like
shaded.
everybody was obviously unhappy with it from the beginning, just from the
Yeah.
style.
It's
Like,
it's an odd direction to go though, from having like something that worked and like you've basically got like your whole outline of like how you build your game from like the past. I mean, what, you're a franchise, you've got lots of things to build on. Like, you can go, oh, we've got this, let's take that. And I normally complain about games and like series stealing things from
it is what you're best at, complaining.
themselves.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, like, I complain about it, but if they didn't have it in, I'd complain more. I'd complain more. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be like, why would you take that away when it's good? Like, just, that's all they have to do, and they don't realize. You just got to build on the stuff that you have and just make it better. And in turn, you add more content to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, look at Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Like, they're not really, in reality, they're not really pushing the boundaries and going, we're gonna try something completely different, are they? They're basically,
Building on what they already got.
yeah, it basically, and it sort of looks like Fallout 3, but set in Fallout 4, like, Fallout, New Vegas, like, brighter. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it looks good. And they've added to it with the customization and the base building and that sort of element. Like, they've not took away. And I think that's what more games developers need to do. Like,
Okay. Cool. Just so moving on to just the next game. So obviously I said I wasn't gonna let you know what it was gonna be because I wanted your natural reaction, and obviously you did one that you might, so just want a quick disclaimer. I haven't had chance. I mean, between doing uni and working and stuff, I haven't had chance to play it yet. It hasn't been the best reviews, so Star Wars Battlefront, talk to me.
I don't like it.
Is that your censored? I'd like the pause there.
Nothing. Yeah, I think it's shit. I think it's a cash grab.
Okay, so let's break it down. Let's go straight away then. Visuals. Talk to me about the visuals because I haven't played any of it.
No, it looks pretty. Like, I can't complain about visuals or graphics. I think it looks pretty. On Xbox, at least. On PC, you'll probably have those people that zoom in on textures and like, oh my god, this isn't like fucking real life. And it's sort of like, do you know what?
Real life in Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean, though? You've always got those people that go a bit overboard, like, and look for problems in textures and stuff like that.
And what do you have access to in the beta?
Well, to be honest, because I didn't like it, I didn't really play it a lot. I played it, me and Spruce played it, I had a bit of a whinge and a moan about how bad it is. Like,
So what mode did you play?
What
was it called?
I think it's called Walker Assault. So basically, you're on like Hoth, and you got the Empire coming in with the Walkers, and one thing I did think was pretty. I don't know. It was okay how they did it. It's sort of, but in a way, it's sort of not. It's like the vehicles and like X-wings and stuff like that. Like you'd pick up on the ground. They'd be like little pickups.
Okay.
So, I guess it'd give sort of everyone a chance. But at the same time, in saying that, it's sort of no different from having a base. And I think they're trying to keep the fighting flowing. Do you know what I mean? Instead of people sitting around a base looking for a vehicle,
Mm.
or the vehicle spawn camping. Do you know what I mean? What you get in Battlefield with choppers and stuff.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to like cut that out. So they've just littered the battlefield with but the, my issue with it, yeah, is the fact that I think Hardline let me down.
Yeah.
Like it felt like just such a lack of content, and they're selling it for a full price game, and
Yeah.
it's that whole thing of I don't think you should rely on DLC to boost your content in game. DLC should be an afterthought, not something what's like, oh, we've not got enough. We need to have it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
It's like they treat it like an in-app purchase, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
we've got this game, but you want it because soon we're going to release other stuff that you have to pay for.
but I think I don't mind that. Yeah, like Battlefield 4. I bought Battlefield 4. I bought the premium. And the thing is with Battlefield is that I felt that I didn't need to get the DLC, but I wanted to because it's a good game. Do you know what I mean? I want more. Like,
Yeah.
Whereas like really, it's like what they did with it. What Battlefield is Battlefield's a big cake, and then you go and you pick up other slices of cake because you like that cake. So
One second. What kind of cake?
I don't know, your favorite cake, chocolate cake.
Okay. Oh, you know me so well.
And and then you go back for more slices. Like you've got a whole cake, you go back for slices.
Yeah.
Like fucking Hardline was like they give you a slice and you got to buy the cake.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Hardline's terrible.
So Battlefront. Okay, you're unhappy. You are unhappy with Hardline. You feel like would it be fair to say you feel like Battlefront's going down the same line? They've just used the Star Wars name.
Yes, that is how I feel. Like, granted, yeah, I don't feel. It is beta, but beta's very close. Not very close, but balancing issues. It's to sort things like that out. Your core game is sort of there. But I feel it's one of those where it's like it is another cash grab because it's sort of like, oh, what way can we make money? Well, people like Battlefield, and they used to like Battlefront, and now it's like we'll just make another. Yeah. We'll get all the Star Wars fanboys buying into it because Star Wars. And we'll get all the people that like Battlefield buying it because it's sort of like Battlefield. And then I don't know. I just feel it's going to be another cash grab. I feel that, like, I hope it isn't. Because I feel bad because it's sort of one of them things where, everybody's buying it. They get rid of the game after like, a few weeks.
Yeah.
Because there's just not enough of it. And then, like, the EA, DICE are pocketing the money and being like, fuck it, we got your money already. Like,
so with the gameplay of it then, like obviously you said you complained a bit to Spreeze. Like, what was the kind of things that were getting you with the gameplay?
You know what? It felt spongy, really spongy. But it's one of them again that like I find consistency on online games is one of those things where because everything's internet based and stuff like. It's about connections, isn't it, really?
I did hear about a video of like, is there like a horde mode, like a survival mode or something like that? And I heard that there's a video of this guy basically having him one-on-one with a stormtrooper, and like he just stood there and he's just shooting like all around him.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've not played that mode, but yeah, I saw that video. I don't know.
Funny enough, just a second ago, I did see one video actually of it, and it was like somebody being chased by, I think it was like Luke Skywalker, and they're like running from him.
Yes,
and then like the walker just like stands on him. But yeah, it's just it looks like the thing is, it looks like it has the the potential to have those massive battlefield moments. You know,
Yeah.
like when we
Yeah.
used to, do some crazy stuff in a helicopter and then like get the kill and then get back in a helicopter before it hits the ground, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It does have the premise to have those moments, I guess, but.
That
But at the
and
same time, I can see what you mean. How they're just, it's just, it could also become just another hardline.
the thing is as well, yeah, it feels to me it feels dumbed down because they've took away ammo. So now it's like you've got which I don't know. I'm half and half about because it's a good thing because you're not running about going like, oh, give me ammo, like to
I
like
need some ammo.
yeah, and like you're not running around like that. But then at the same time, it's sort of like if it takes me like a full, I want to say clip to like kill someone,
Hmm.
like whether my shots are on target or not, like
So is it like lasers that like overheat?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But that's the thing. It's like on Battlefield, you'll get 1, 2 kills out of a clip, reload, move on. With this, it feels a lot like like a guy will sponge like your clip, and then you've got to wait for it to cool down, unless you hit a little button, little marker
Okay.
button that like instantly cools it down. Like, but yeah, I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know.
So Battlefront's not looking. It's not lived up to the hype for you so far then.
No,
That's fair enough.
that's the thing. I was looking forward to it as well. Like,
Yeah.
but
Just looking. The funny thing is, obviously, with Tony Hawk's, everybody was so quick to say that it was. If you just search for it on Twitter, everybody's so quick to say that it's rubbish and this, that, and the other. Funny enough, just looking through, there's not much that says is good, and there's not anything that says is bad. Like just
yeah,
looking through just tweets, obviously not clicking into it. I mean, one of the things that was on Forbes is they were just saying, it's got the content, but it is lacking campaign, which you think with Star Wars being this really big story, for them to not have campaign in it
yeah.
is just a bit odd. Um, so yeah, I mean, yeah, I was just looking at that. Just another thing that I noticed in the news was you know, Kanye West, Kanye for president and all that, has slammed children's games for adding in-app purchases. He was quoted to have said, "Fuck game companies that put them in apps." The thing is, he does raise some good points. I mean, as a
Yeah,
father myself with the girls playing on like the iPad, he's like, you know, he said, if a game is made for a 2-year-old, just allow them to have fun and give the parents a break for Christ's sake, is what he put on Twitter. So I just figure, it is a bit mad how we as a tech and gaming society, the ads are in everything now, but at
yeah.
the same time, everything comes with DLC.
I
I'm just gonna just move on to the next segment actually, just thinking because it ties in quite well with it. Is the WhatsApp segment. So each week I'm gonna try and play or check out a new app. So the two apps I went with this week is it was a game called Combo Quest and a game called Soda Dungeon. Now with Combo Quest, you're literally this little knight. On the bottom of the screen, no, you're a knight, and then it shows another like an enemy. 1v1.
What kind of enemy? What kind of
So
setting are we talking? Are we talking like ghouls versus ghouls and
do you
goblins,
know,
sort of
it's a bit like that. It's a bit like
like
that kind of graphic, yeah. And you're on the left, it's on the right, and the way you fight is that at the bottom is a little bar, and then if you're playing like one of the really old golf games and you press like X to make the bar move, and press X to make it stop on the power,
yeah.
the bar sort of moves up and down like that, and as it's doing that, green blocks and yellow blocks are popping up. And so every time you press the screen and hit a green block, you do a hard attack. Every time you hit one of the yellow blocks, you do a low attack. But at the same time, it starts putting on like red blocks that move across the screen, and you
Huh?
have to hit those red blocks to block the enemy's attack. Now, every time you hit one of them, you build up your combo meter. The more you build up your combo meter, you get to do a special that does an attack to the enemy. But then, as you get further into it and the enemies get harder, like it's throwing in more and more red blocks you have to try and hit. But if you don't hit it on like as your bar's going to the right, your bar doesn't chase it fast enough to the left, so the enemies are going to hit you. But also at the
Okay.
same time, if you miss a block, the enemy hits you. So you find that as you get through like 5 or 6 levels, you're trying to spam it to hit every block. But every time you miss, the enemy's hitting you, and obviously they're getting stronger, and you end up just. It was quite a frustrating game. I feel like there wasn't enough to it to keep me playing it. I played it a
Yeah.
bit, and like when you beat them, you get to choose if you want more health, better high attack, better low attack, and that was
Okay.
or full heal. It would give you one of those options basically, and it just kind of felt like I tried going through it and just doing my attacks, tried going through it to give myself more health. Obviously, you had to use full heal every now and again, but then it also got to a point where when you got to a checkpoint, like it would, if you die, you'd go back to that checkpoint, but you'd have whatever health you had when you got there. So say you got to the checkpoint with 2 HP out of 105, like you have 2 HP.
So you wouldn't have your upgraded health sort of thing. And
Exactly.
you'd struggle through
You're
it
at
then.
that same
Yeah.
point every time, so then you kind of have to
It's
start
that
again.
grind, isn't it? That
Yeah.
is what a lot of games do, really, though, isn't it? I mean, I think it's that I don't mind grinding because it's that thing of I don't want a game to just give me stuff. There's no challenge in it, is there?
But
Do you
this
know?
is the thing.
Do you know
So
what I
obviously,
mean?
when I was saying about like the in-app purchases, like if you want, you can pay 79p for a horse that gives you an extra 10% health, or £2.29 for 15% extra health, £4 for 20% extra health.
That's quite a lot. Like,
You know, you can pay £1.50 so that you're able to carry 2 potions. £2.29 if you want to carry 3 potions. And it's just silly things like that. So, you know, I've got this game and it's really basic and it's pissing me off. And they expect me to pay like 79p. They expect me to pay £2.29 for 15% extra health. Like, no, I'd rather just delete it and just play another game.
yeah.
Which is what happened, which led me on to finding Soda Dungeon. Now, Soda Dungeon's quite a nice one. It's kind of the same sort of graphics, but on Soda Dungeon, the story is that there are dungeons and people are questing and killing the things in the dungeons and looting them, and you're a coward, and you're not able to go looting yourself.
Wait, are you calling me a coward personally?
I'm
or
whoever.
like...
Well, if that happens, whoever's playing the game is identified as a coward, and you have a soda bar because I guess they couldn't get away with having a tavern. And then you start off with just this empty tavern with a barkeep, and then there's like one guy in the bar. They're called what they called like soda junkies, and
Crackheads.
you kind of I guess Alcoholics Anonymous. But yeah, with your soda junkies, you hire him. He costs you nothing. You send him off to the dungeon. And then it comes to this thing where you can either play it where you control him and it's like an RPG style. You get him to attack an enemy. Enemies drop stuff. You get money. Once all of your guys have been defeated, it goes back to the tavern. You can upgrade the tavern. You can add more chairs so that more people can come in. Add tables so that more people can come in. So you can pick from a better pool of people. And as time goes on, you buy better sodas in quotation marks that attract like so it starts off with the junkies. But then you get people like conscripts, you get conjurers, you get healers, you get fighters, different classes of people.
So different types of junkies.
Yeah, so
Right.
yeah, pretty much. And as you increase it, your guys get stronger, but then like your loot gets better. And as you're playing it, you go through like 100 levels. So yesterday, I got to level 100, and there's this fucking massive guy there with like all this armor on, just beat the crap into my guys. So then I went back on again and just sort of grinded because you can unlock a wizard, and the wizard will help you warp to the highest 10 that you got to. So say you got past level 10, you could warp to level 11 for 10 coins, level 21 for 20 coins, and so on. So yeah, just kept grinding, going from the bottom, getting them to fight all the way to the top because you can set it to auto, which I thought was a good feature. Because if you press auto, because you're doing something. So when I was playing FIFA, I just put the game on, put it on auto, and just let them grind to the castle until they lost. Then got another bunch and get them to grind, because then I could buy enough gear. Then when I beat him, I was like, oh, I beat the game. And then suddenly this portal turns up, and it's like, okay, start again, like almost like a prestige. Start again.
Okay.
You get something. You get like a relic.
So is it sort of like how you're saying? Is it sort of one of those games where it's sort of like, you don't really play it as such. You just send off.
You don't
like,
have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to. Like you have to have the game on the screen.
It's like a management, more a management style. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, as you're going up, like you get sometimes you'll be going up the dungeons, and then you'll get like a choice of you can pick the left door, the right door, or just continue. And there's a chance you can either get extra treasure, or a warp forward like 10 levels. But at the same time, the rooms can be booby trapped, and you don't know. So every now and again you'll be going up. If you've got a team that's all got full health, you might as well choose a door. If they get poisoned, it's not too bad. If they get burned, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But when they've got low health, you're like, no, I'll just continue. It's not worth the risk and reward. It's an alright game. I mean, I'll put a link on if anybody wants to look at it. But yeah, Soda Dungeon's pretty good. I think out of the two games, I think the combo quest, it looked nice. It's quite simple. I'll give it a 2 out of 5.
I am.
2 watts out of 5, I think. But then Soda Dungeon, I really like it. Like I'm going to continue playing it, so I think I'll give that a 3, maybe a 4. In between 3 and 4 watts, I think I'll give it a 5. So, all right, give them a look. I'll have to try and see what I can find for next week. Because I was initially just going to do it on combo cards. And after, sitting on the toilet for 2 minutes and playing that, I was like, nah.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? These games are made for stuff like that. No one wants to say like, oh, I sit under the toilet watching YouTube all day, or like,
That's the thing. It's a different age. People used to sit and read the newspaper, do the crosswords.
It's the exact same thing. It's just different technology.
There we go. Yeah. So I mean,
can you class newspapers as technology? I don't know.
Well, printed word, I guess that's a...
Yeah, I guess so. Ooh, it's loosely.
Oh, jeez.
What I was gonna say though is about DLC is did you hear as well though about Bethesda announced the season pass, but they said nobody knows what is actually going to be made or anything. Like they said, I think they said there's going to be 4 DLCs. No one knows what it is yet.
See, Bethesda are really good at that because, in their what's it called? Their record, they always seem to please. They seem to do well all the time. So people have got a lot of trust in them. If it was EA and DICE saying that to you, because you got the season pass, didn't you? Or you're going to get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it because it's one of those. I mean, if you look at the history of them, like Fallout, New Vegas, Skyrims and Oblivions and stuff like that. I mean, fair enough, they had that thing on Oblivion with the horse armor. That was a bit of a, like, everyone kicked off about that.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, they other than that, content-wise, I mean, they're saying it's going to have over 400 hours of content anyway, and people are going, like, some will go like, oh, what's the point in me buying DLC if there's so much in it anyway? But, there's nothing wrong with having too much stuff. It's better than having not enough stuff. I mean, but yeah, it does. It's quite an interesting, seeing as everybody does see, I mean, to be fair, Battlefield do it with their premium. They only normally have like the 1 or 2 actual DLCs thought of. Do you know what I mean? Like they'll show you like the little image but I think Bethesda will be alright, man. I think they'll do well.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I completely agree. They've not let us down yet. We're still yet to see it.
I think it's quite good of them to be honest with it as well and be like, we have no idea what we're doing. Like, do you know what I mean?
But trust us, it'll be worth it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much us for this week. Do you want to give any shout outs, Squeak, on the first show? I mean, I'm pretty sure hardly anyone will hear it, but
I know.
At least if you shout them out, they'll have to listen to get to this point to hear their name.
No, we'll just say that we shouted them out, man. But...
Okay, well now I did want to give a shout out just to Kinney over at the Sunday Segway, just because it was him that obviously they've been doing their podcast for like 2 years now. I think they've been doing it for, and he was saying for ages about us doing this, which is obviously when I spoke to you about doing it. So hopefully, we keep going. We can get to the point that they're at. So yeah. So what up, Kinney? Yeah. And I mean, hopefully it'd be good to get some of our boys on and kind of get their opinions on things.
Yeah.
As well,
yeah.
Because I mean,
there's a lot out there.
I picked you, but you were like the best of a bad situation.
Oh.
You know?
Oh. I see.
Yeah.
I see how it is.
You're my number 1 pick.
Out of a bad situation, yeah.
Because right now, you've been quite tame, and I look forward to once you find your limits within the social domain. I feel like you'll have a few good segments.
Tame, yeah.
Well, you've got to find your feet. It's our first one.
Hey.
So yeah. So there we go. I mean, just gonna wrap it up. UWatt edition number 1. What should we title it?
I don't know.
Anything you say right now, I will title it. The next thing you say, that will be its title. I can't spell
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, that's the first episode.
UWatt
edition 1. I don't know. See you again next week. Peace.
Wow.